Hi and welcome. I hope you enjoy this chess session with David Weegenaar, of course, Christchurch, New Zealand. So here we go. So I'm black and this is 5-minute chess. A move I haven't seen often, Queen d3. It's protecting the c-pawn. So you might think that this opening is not very good for black. But the thing is if Magnus Carlsen is playing the Dutch, basically, and the other Grandmaster, who I've spoken about a bit, plays it, Adorian. He plays it as well. He plays this sort of setup. I won't promise he plays it exactly this sort of thing. So it must be reasonable. So I played g5 here, you see. And it's 5-minute chess, of course, so anything can happen. But this is a wee bit feisty, a wee bit sort of naughty, and that sort of thing. So bishop c1, I play h6 to protect this g5 pawn. If a queen gets in here, it's going to be check. It's going to be perpetual check at least, just queen check in here for 400 years. So let's get on with it. Knight e1. Knight d6. And now I expected he might have played f3, my opponent from America, thinking I'm going to leave my knight on e4. So I move it here. In case of f3, then I just take the pawn with my knight. So a wee bit of sort of off the board tactics. b3, but my opponent was alert. So we're coming up to a crazy part of the game, and a la the way I like to play chess, 5-minute. Bishop d7, and here comes this e4. Oh no, knight c2. Sorry, I thought e4 was coming now, but knight c2 first. I sort of think my opponent's playing pretty well for their rating, 2018, 89. But it might be that they're just reasonably good. But I've had a lot of computers on here at the moment. So anyway, here we go. Knight c2, and I play bishop e8. So here comes I keep thinking e4 is coming. c5, my opponent's not that feisty. Knight f7. So here comes e4. So what would you do here? I played queen d7, and so if e5, I'm going to be quite happy. So if e5, I'm just going to have a reasonable game here, I believe. I'm going to be quite comfortable on the kingside maneuvers, which I'm not meant to do. Knight e3. Here I went f4, a bit sort of like g5 before f4 is a move I like playing. gf4, and here comes knight g4. So threatening just bishop f4, of course. So I take this menacing knight on g4. I don't want it hanging around. And here I play something a bit crazy. So I'm going to entitle this session Support the Blockade in Chess, even if it means not giving checkmate. So here I play, what would you play here? I mean, if here, I mean, it's black's move. So what would you play here? I'm faced with the dilemma of I'm going to lose this f pawn if I don't watch it to bishop f4, and if I play bishop g5, it's just going to be bishop f4 and rook f4. So what did I play? A crazy David Weegenaar move with e5. So this is where the pawns come in, and they're coming in with some vengeance. But I am not sure whether this is any good or not, but it might be okay. E d5, and I play queen g4. So all caution is thrown to it. d6. I think, hang on a second, hang on a minute. So I play bishop g5. And now comes is it d5? No, knight e4. And I wasn't worried about this move here, so I just played bishop d7. This starts my my information from Nimzovich, Support the Blockade, okay, as well. So it's not just blockade, but it's also support it. These are old principles that are still relative to this day, as far as I'm concerned. But that might explain why I don't play the best game of chess in the world. So here I'm going to go support the blockade. Now I'm supporting the blockade with my queen and my knight on e5 and g4 respectively. So I don't, after queen d4, I want to support the blockade by means of defending the knight on e5 with rook a e8, bringing all my pieces into view for the white king to worry about. So all my forces are here now, and I'm threatening this move here, which is quite devastating, really. So I think that almost to this point, white is an onlooker. Why not? And here comes this move. So what do? Panic. Okay, queen back. So I'm still supporting my knight on e5, which is supporting the blockade. And here comes bishop g5, and I just merely take. And this is really nice. I think it's really nice because I don't think there's anything that black is to worry about here. If bishop here, then I'm just going to go queen takes h3 check, and queen takes g3 check, and queen takes g2 checkmate. So that's no good. So what does white do now? I think I heard them panic. I think they go queen e4 here. Oh no. And here we just do a major swap off. And I take with the king, not the rook. And here I'm threatening, of course, knight check, if I so wish. And so the opponent took here. And now it's really over now. After queen h2, I miss here a move which everyone can see, but I'm supporting the blockade. I miss, what move do I miss here? This move here, checkmate. Okay, that's checkmate on the spot. But what I play is queen takes knight, and I'm not in dire time trouble or something like that. But my opponent plays queen f2, and I was thinking about it for a couple of seconds, and then my opponent resigned. I believe my opponent resigned maybe because of this, maybe because of this, maybe because of this, but probably because of this, and this check. And here I'm just winning the rook as well. And that's the end of this session. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's session. All the best with your chess, no matter what level of play you're at. Thank you. I enjoyed one thing. I enjoyed Grandmaster Susan Polgar, her video on National Geographic of the brain. And what I liked about it a lot was that you don't have to be a genius to play chess like me. You don't have to be a genius. I'm not a genius. And they said that you can be trained. And one of the things major that happened was she was scanned by by the physicians, and that's sort of while her brain was operating playing a game of chess, which I found very, very interesting. She used her memory for she engaged her memory of facial recognition for the chess position. That's all for me today on the Muppet Show. David Weegenaar, over and out. So that's why I always remember good. I always remember people's faces, never their names.